Yes, good afternoon. This is your presenter, Maiden Capistrano, a Kayako Pitomara at Massey University, Palmerston North, in compliance to the requirement of the Graduate Diploma in Learning and Teaching. This is my assignment 1 in Curriculum and Pedagogy B, a presentation entitled Who Are Our Ākonga as Learners? So shall I begin. Who are our Ākonga as learners? In New Zealand, the understanding between the two aspects of the Ākonga as a learner, which is both a culturally located learner on one hand, while being a disciplinary literacy learner on the other, and the correlation of these aspects with each other play the crucial roles and factors in the level of success of the Ākonga in the academics and as an individual. This presentation explores the concepts and fundamentals of identifying who exactly are our Ākonga or students as learners to enable a kayako or student teacher like me to be effective and competent in teaching and upbringing the true and maximum value and potential of a young student and person, putting into consideration the nature and characteristics of an adolescent Ākonga in New Zealand, but within the playing field of life of an Ākonga. But my basis will be more within the context of my area of discipline, which is digital technology. Pondering on the proverb that says, "You may be able to lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink." This means what exactly? Establishing a strong understanding of the cultural location of an Ākonga as a learner is just one factor of the whole work. As the phrase "leading the horse to the water" implies, while the other phrase "making it drink the water" are both separate action or work, both in literal and metaphorical terms. Comparing this proverb to the Ākonga, the water is like the disciplinary literacy they need to learn, but they can only truly absorb and digest them to gain the benefits if the combined efforts of the work from all the stakeholders are put in place and in action all together. To start this combo action, the kayako shall lead the way by connecting the dots of curriculum for the equitable, engaging, and safe space and environment for the Ākonga's cultural diversity, unique personality, and level of its maturity, considering its adolescence, or in short, its being a culturally located learner, is addressed first, and that can bring the Ākonga to the water. Only then it can drink the water by learning literacy. It is the leading and nurturing hands of the kayako that will plant the seed in the consciousness of the Ākonga to start the willingness of the Ākonga to participate in this process before it even decides purposely to be led to the water. But let's go have a check under the hood why all this are in this pedagogy. The role of Te Tiriti o Waitangi. We know that this being the foundational document of New Zealand's history and identity, established the relationship between the Maori and the Crown. The treaty principle states the mutual obligation and responsibilities of the two parties in all sectors and aspects of their existence within this land. This is the blanket rationale that the NZC is implementing in all aspects of Aotearoa. Now, the Te Tiriti has been playing a huge role as the main cause of these ideas within the NZC. The three principles of the treaty as per NZC is concerned in the area of the digital technology are elaborated as follows. Partnership. Well, teachers must collaborate with Maori communities, whanau and iwi to co-design culturally responsive digital technology. While in the principle of participation, it is ensuring the equitable access of digital technology for Maori and fostering environments where they feel empowered to contribute. And in the principle of protection, the Maori language, customs, and knowledge must be protected within the digital landscape. Now, what are the impacts of the treaty principles and biculturalism to the Ākonga within the NZC? As per the NZC on the digital technology subject areas concerned, the treaty principles and biculturalism have no impact on the Ākonga for anything unpleasant, but rather biculturalism only implies the uniqueness of identities of Maori with non-Maori cultures, but together applied with the treaty principles as having been developed in the past 50 years are mainly to ensure the welfare of the Maori as being tangata whenua is being given equity or equal footing for anything that can negate or disadvantage them with any dominant entity or people within Aotearoa. Both these concepts implore within area of responsibility that every member of any culture and community must achieve to aim the realization of the three principles of participation, protection, and partnership in the context of digital technology area are in the following ways, namely, integrating Maori language, using Te Reo Maori, and then recognizing Maori oral tradition. Now, the Ākonga as the culturally located learners, digital technology education is rapidly evolving and that it requires students to engage with complex concepts, problem-solving skills, and real-world applications. However, learning to be meaningful and equitable, it must be responsive to the cultural identities, lived experiences, and developmental stages of Ākonga. Culturally located learners refer to the students whose learning is influenced by their cultural identity, including the Maoris, Pacifica, immigrant, and diverse ethnic backgrounds. Recognizing and incorporating cultural perspective is crucial for meaningful and equitable learning and engagement. Now, culture matters for educational achievement, and the reason why culturally responsive pedagogy is because they can reduce the gaps between the highest and the lowest achievers, while at the same time raising overall levels of achievement, and that's according to research. Ensures that students are encouraged and equitably supported. Teachers are also continuously mentored into culturally sustainable pedagogies to offset all the factors of poor learning outcome, and which is through quality teaching. Ākonga as disciplinary literacy learner. In the context of the digital technology curriculum, the literacy of the Ākonga is aimed at gaining to learn three main literacy skills: specialized knowledge, which are of course specific technical skills, and then the computational thinking, which is of course about problem solving and proficiencies in variety of digital tools, and designing solutions, which involves designing, developing, testing, and evaluating digital solutions. And why does this matter? Well, they matter because they are aimed at gaining invaluable proficiencies that will serve as foundation for further knowledge and proficiencies. such as further education, preparing for future careers, empowering critical thinking, and encouraging digital citizenship. And lastly, to conclude, as has been asked, who are our Ākonga as learner in NZ? Well, they are every student in NZ of diverse background who are, according to the endorsement of my qualification, are under my responsibilities to be nurtured and guided according to their unique characteristics and prior set of matauranga, to be preserved, protected, and cared, allowing to flourish, and added with even more matauranga, with my obligation to teach the disciplinary literacy through the approved and professionally earned teaching practices, approaches, and strategies for their foundation blocks for future endeavors. With this quality of teaching, teachers can empower Ākonga to achieve success, and these are all based on research, so that they could thrive both in academic and real-world digital spaces, ultimately contributing one's better quality of life and technologically proficient society. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching. Ngā mihi. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.